6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10, 11.
She's dead. No, do you think he did it? Oh no, he did. What do we do? Put yourself together. Oh boy, I have an idea. What the heck? Who brings the defendant to his own trial late? Of course, it was so last minute, I didn't even have a chance to talk to my client. He's late for a very important date. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm with an analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how. I'm a fully competent defender of the White Anything Agency. I wish my client would show up already. The trial is about to start. It appears we made it just in time. Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon! You get so worked up, Athena. His boldness can wait. There's no way he'd wait for me. Besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate? Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not. Still but awake amateur, I see. This is Simon Blackwell. You may not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As far as shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak. But he's kind of my senior, I guess. But twisted sense of humor, no, I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time. So we're alright, Donor, and Justice Donor. Mr. Wayne is abroad, and Apollo is helping Trucy for Magic Show. Didn't I tell you? The what? So neither one of them are here? Leaving you to take this on alone? Yep. Yes. Call my Donor back. It's not too late. Oh no, not too late at all. You would only need to know how to teleport. Very well. Then I will settle for Justice Donor. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here. Apollo is literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery. As the defense derails in spectacular fashion. No, as I win the heck out of this trial. I'll be okay, promise. Swipe that look off your face already, will you? Here, I take it the guy behind you is... Yes, he's your... He's asleep again. Hoi, Bucky, wake up! Ow! What to do that for, Simon? Who's this here? Check on it. She's your lawyer, such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however. She doesn't look at this shade. Is she like your fellow apprentice or something? Something like that. I've known her for longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another. Okay. Well then, guess I'd better call Miss Chickadee then. Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 seats to the wind at his own trial. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind. Do as you will. Just save it for after the trial. Miss Chickadee. Don't call me that. How you do? Sonny here, an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef for Reach Soba. Noodle number 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet ya. Nice to meet you too, Mr. Wheat. So he can put himself together when he wants to. Well, the trial wasn't starting in a few minutes. I've been accused of a murder that only occurred yesterday. I'm afraid it's taking a toll on the poor boy. And you happen to be there at the theater when it all happened too, right? They said they found a Raku storyteller murdered in his dressing room. Indeed. The victim, master storyteller Toneido, was a long-time patron of Wheat Soba. Master Toneido had been looking after Bucky ever since Wheat Noodle number 3 passed away. I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh? That stupid old fart. Like a father? No way. He was always dishing my soba. How do you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of his murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be roaring in his grave. Simon, the police, none of them believe me. They won't listen to me. The tricky stone's sharpened the whole deal. Don't worry, Mr. Wheat. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm going to defend you with everything I've got. You're in good hands now. You believe me, ma'am? Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. You is just too good. Now come on, I need you to shape up, just like those al dente noodles of yours. Man, we're so different. Mr. Wheat? Bucky, you great big pellock. So, how exactly do you know this guy? I used to frequent Wheat Soba and still do. In fact, so I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father, Master Toneido, were always so good to me. I didn't know you liked Soba so much, Simon. I wouldn't expect one such as you who eats meat slabs between slabs of bread. Understand the delicate taste and the subtle texture imparted by buckwheat flour. Hey, that's just rude. But I digress. I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff. If I ate Wheat Soba and like this, I'll be able to face number 3 of Master Toneido in the next life. I see. That's why you came to me. You want somebody you could trust. That was never my intention to ask you. I'll show him I can handle it just fine. Well, I believe it's just about time. What? We haven't even properly discussed the case yet. What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. It's time to get chickadeeing out. I'm just trembling with the excitement of battle, that's all. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wheat. Get up off the floor. We've got a case to win. Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba.
Yeah, the bowls and noodles. Sorry, son, no can do. Kinda busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Let's do this. Yeah. He's not going to do himself for his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere. Rest? Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the three freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds, press. Good. He's blacked out. Oh boy, I just knew something like this would happen. Simon, what are those three freshes of soba he was talking about? First, buckwheat seeds are ghosts are ground to make buckwheat flour. Then dough made of this flour is cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles. And finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step is done immediately, one after the other, so that the soba is fresh when eaten. Oh, so that's what he meant. I won't want him to make me any soba right now, though, that's for sure. Athena, this is no time for idle chatter. You need to get into the courtroom now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I will be unable to lend you a hand. So don't expect any help from my quarter. Here you go, treat me like I'm incompetent again. For your information, I wasn't planning on asking you for help anyway. Just you wait, Simon, I'll show you. Mr. White and Apollo may not be here. But that's alright, I can do this on my own. Court is now in session for the trial of Bucky Wheat. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honor. What's this? No prayer this time, Prosecutor Sean Marty. That is correct, Your Honor. To expedite these proceedings, I complete them beforehand in the lobby. How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country? Chief Prosecutor Edward himself called on me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay, and though my opponent is yet a callow thing, I have no qualms of sending her down to hell.
Objection!
You have a score to settle, it's of Apollo, not me. More importantly, I am not a callow thing. I'm a qualified and capable attorney. Then what is that yellow attire? Not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick. I cease to shrill chopping. Now, Prosecutor Shadmar. She's still only a teenager. Please go easy on her. Wait, even the judge is giving me the kid treatment. Very well. Shall we begin, Your Honor? Yes, I suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Shadmari, please give your opening statement. I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th. Our storyteller's theater called Kukuruti. The victim was a big member of the Toneido School of Regu, a comedic storyteller. His name was Tiafu Toneido. The scene of the morning was the theater's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and has an inter and outer sliding door. The estimated time of death is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how this victim suffocated is yet to be determined. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, and there is no mortal weapon. requesting the deeds and report to the court. Prosecutor said, Marty, how can you name Mr. Weed as the culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed, or even with what? Oh, it is true that the weapon and precise method are as yet unknown. The accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I will explain this assessment in further detail as we continue. I guess this means he has some kind of evidence to present. Now, would the accused care to plead his case? Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes? Sorry, Your Honor. I'm afraid Mr. Reed isn't feeling very well, and is resting in the infirmary. So it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court. Wait, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Reed is the head chef of a sober shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Reed went to the theater at the victim's request. Toneido was a connoisseur of soba, as you can see in these photographs. He was apparently making soba himself in his dressing room that very day. The soba fantasy is likely the soba he himself made there. Making soba is one thing, but making it in a theater dressing room is a bit much, no? Master Toneido truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man like that to be murdered by a sober chef is simply unthinkable. And yet the accused had ample motive. When the victim safely discovered the deed to the accused's shop. Mr. Reed was seen here at Reed's sober when he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back. A murder over the deed to a shop. It does sound like a plausible motive. So that's what this case is about. I wish Simon had filled me in a little better. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold fits if he had. Defense. From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case. Well, you see, you are dishonoring the soul of the victim by appearing in this courtroom unprepared. You are an embarrassment to your profession. You putrid egg yolk. Huh? I'm sorry. I was a red pepper, now I'm an egg yolk? Well, we just saw it. I'm already been demoted from spring check. I'm ready to call my witness, Your Honor. Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found? Very well. Witness, please take the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Simon Blackwell. Prosecutor. Prosecutor Blackwell? You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand. Guess something wasn't time. Understand, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning scene your witness before handing to the defense? We could move this trial along and save the victim's soul that much faster. Damning scene? What in the wood did Simon see? Screwshot Marty, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm. By all means. This case involves ragu, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle this case competently? Are you implying that I'm not qualified for this case? Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic. For now. is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on Raku last night and have grasped the overall idea of it. How much could you possibly grasp in a single night? Ragu is a form of entertaining storytelling that originated in the land of Japan. In it, the storyteller sits along on the stage with only a fan and a towel as. And the Ragu artist tells long, whimsical stories, giving each character a distinct voice. This traditional art was originally invented by monks to make the ceremonies more interesting. Are you satisfied? If not, I can explain the 12 types of endings to such stories. Let's have from the famous story of Jamutu instead. It appears you have put in a bit of a study. You acknowledge welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell. I can see why you are known for being quite thorough in your research, Prosecutor. Now, I'd love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind. That is your Honor's request. Hold it! Your Honor, can we please get back to the trial? Oh, right, of course. I nearly forgot. Seriously? What are the things for you to forget? Now then, back to the case. Prosecutor Blackwell, please tell this court what you witnessed. I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Toneido's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Toneido's junior disciple, Toneido, apparently then entered the room soon after. That Toneido discovered Master Toneido's body. Now, why just made it here, Prosecutor Blackwell? With just right like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Weed of the crime. All I can do is state what I saw. I can't help how it appears. A qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right? Well, yeah. Duh. Alright. Guess I'd better start by getting all the info out of him that I can. I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m.
Hold it!
Prosecutor Blackwell, what did you go to the theater for in the first place? I went because I received an invitation from Master Toneido. Yeah, see for yourself. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple Undio's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's success into the stage debut of Undio the Second. So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name? You really don't know, do you? In the performing art, and name succession is when an artist inherits a processor's name. I see. So there was another Undio Ragu artist before this disciple succeeded him, huh? What exactly did your invitation say? I could take a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program. Oh, it appears Teifu Toneido was going to perform Chuskoba or Time Soba. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba using only his fan as a prop. And the was to perform Soba Sia, a soba gluten, a soba themed show, I see. Seems you know a thing or two about Ragu yourself, your baldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple Gyu. By the Undio. And lastly, Master Toneido. See, that's why you happened to be at the Storyteller's Theater yesterday. So it happened after you arrived. I went straight to Master Toneido's dressing room to say hello.
Hold it!
And how did Master Toneido appear when you said hello to him? But eventually, sensitive reading him. But ultimately, we didn't actually meet. You didn't see him? Why not? You escorted me to your dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakungo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. You heard Rakungo being performed in the dressing room? Yes, not just me, but Giru as well. You can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m. Relax. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Toneido. I could tell because it was a time itself a routine being performed in there. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. But he went to the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later.
Hold it!
Please tell us in detail how Mr. Reed appeared at the time. You and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Toneido to finish practicing. When Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things. What happened after that? We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out of the dressing room looking rather irate. This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. There was some kind of counter-argument and fast. Master Toneido's junior disciple, Undio, apparently then entered the room soon after.
Hold it!
What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in? No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Giru was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all. I see. Why do you suppose Undio went to the dressing room anyway? He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. The cyclist pays a master respect right before and after each performance. And all disciples are expected to do this? Yes, it's common courtesy among real artists. I see. Can you tell us what happened after Undio went to the dressing room? I'm gonna go Endo. Certainly. That's when Undio discovered Master Toneido's body.
Hold it!
And how did Undio act at the time? After Undio had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room and Undio came flying out. Did you hear any signs of a struggle at the time? Just Undio's woeful scream. I see. Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. And now, please allow me to summarize your testimony. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Giru were in the hallway waiting for Master Toneido, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room. About 10 minutes later, he came back out of the room seemingly rather angry. Sometime after the accused had come and gone, Undio Toneido went into the room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Toneido gave a scream and came running out the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackwell and Giru then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim. This is crucial testimony indeed. Breaking the fourth law here, circumstantial. Because both of them entered and they said it was a few minutes until after he screamed, so it could be an alibi. All I'm saying, this testimony is not proof that he did the crime. No one actually saw him kill the guy. Nor was there a weapon. They just saw people enter and leave. Defense. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites? Not on your life. If Toneido went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Toneido was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Oh, Simon, why did you have to give that awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackwell, can't you give me something a little better to work with here? Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I'm certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim to do, I'll put you need yourself. This is no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you collide with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt the sacred hall no more. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised? I'll remember this, you blackguard. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You half-boiled, putrid egg yolk. You, I object to this and I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a rakugo, so he may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he stood on the side of the defense. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution. And who is this witness? The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She's another entertainer of the Toneido school, Miss Giru Toneido. Please state your name and occupation, witness. Hello, everybody. I'm here to represent the Toneido School for Twisty Twist Twist. And blue. There you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist. Oh no, I love Giru Toneido. I can't do a picky voice. Let's call me Giru, sweetie. 1, 2, blue. What a way to capture your audience's attention. I guess I can't take my eyes off those balloons. Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Judgy. So glad you liked my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please? Oh, absolutely. And please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Giru, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad. But she sure would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. We'll show sadness, smile, smile, smile with a twisty twist twist. And bloom! There you have it. One gorgeous cake. I see. I guess an entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. A balloon on twist in a Rorschach test. All I saw was a 7-monster head. Giru, you're also a balloon artist. So how did you come to be a member of the Ragulo school? Well, my late father that is, was a Ragulo artist, you see? So I joined the Toneido school just to be just like my daddy someday. I see. My father and I owe so much to Shisho. I messed up with that fucking wheat. Ooh, how could he? I want to see him paid for what he's done as quickly as possible. Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss. And not only that, but you have more to say about Mr. Wheat? Every time he comes to the level sober to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason why he would say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent! How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset. Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let the Giru's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. Reed hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember? It'll be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Giru, please share the truth with this court. Yes, Giru, your testimony, please. From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m. when Shisho's body was found, Simon and I were staying in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Andrea discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jeremy was barking like mad. Sir Blackwell, do you have any objections to the witness's testimony? No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Samari. First you exorcise me, now this. You need only do as you are instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul.
Hold it!
Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Shadmati. And I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking, Prosecutor Blackwell? For? I'm the one you should be checking with. There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Karajuism. Destroy the winds beyond the power of a spring check. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seems ludicrous to console Prosecutor Blackwell. He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykes Donner. Oh, I wouldn't let either one of you insult me. I say I'm no inexperienced spring check. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness. You can make Prosecutor Shadmani see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. I'll allow your cross-examination, so you better strike while the eye on his heart. From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m., when Shisho's body was found, Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before I discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Giamru was barking like mad.
Hold it!
Giamru? That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. Have a twisty twist. And blue! There you have it, my cute little Giamru. He's kind of creepy looking. Oh, but he's a real good boy. And why was Giamru barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we have a new suspect in this case. No, why was he barking again? Oh, I remember, because it was time for me to feed him. So I went into his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? Nope, the door out into the yard was right open. I will see if anybody went into the dressing room. Rescue Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please. How many times must I do this? You saw what Giru was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. Well, remember then now. Please! Did Giru go out into the yard? Yes, I remember now that she wants to feed Giru. I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she was feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Giamru couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Looks like Giamru was telling the truth. Your Honor, I'd like Giamru's last statement at your testimony. As you wish, defense. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open, so I could keep watch on the dressing room.
Objection!
So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard? Is that correct? That's right. The door out into the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes zero sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony. Giru was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. I see. Yes, if the door to the yard was wide open, as Giru said, it would block the view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. What? No way! Even if there were immediately a few moments Giru was not keeping watch. How much would that really affect this case? It would greatly affect the case. From the spot, Prosecutor Blackwell said he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Everyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Giru, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? What?
Objection!
Hide the fact? You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight. Right, witness? I was so shocked at what happened, I was just confused, that's all. Even though she's trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, The truth is that she is being torn apart by grief. For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. To disciple one's master is akin to a real parent. Sorry, her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. But that wasn't what I was trying to do! It is beyond your comprehension, defense. The unskilled argument is scaring this witness even further. And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this. Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you? Or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. That's right, that was harsh. You didn't have to go that far. You're kind of sorry for the witness. Why is the lawyer's outfit so yellow? No, I was just trying to find the truth. So the gallery sang the prosecutor's side Marty. People understand. They know what is right and what is wrong. That lawyer is still in training, isn't she? This all by herself. I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. It's so intense. I feel so alone up here fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? It is ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparations of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door. The defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Giru's testimonies. Even now you would continue to resist? You are childish in defeat as well, I see. I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. Despite your posturing, it is not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment. If with a little push, you would slowly succumb to despair. A little push that says with this piece of conclusive evidence. Conclusive evidence, huh? That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Wheat. Look at these Japanese playing cards, known as Karuda, lined up on the table. These special English words in Kurla cards spell out a message. That message, wheat number 4. Wheat number 4? You mean wheat noodle number 4? Yes, wheat noodle number 4, as a fourth head chef of wheat soba is also known. This message points to the accused Bucky Wheat. No! That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh no, this is really, really bad. What do I do? What do I do? You still carry on your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence. You can say whatever you want. To give the accused false hope, you will only compound his suffering. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree? He's right! It's cruel to make him suffer when there's no conclusive evidence. You're an incompetent noob. I feel bad for the victim and the defendant. What? I'm trying to prove Mr. Wheat's innocence here. I know you can hear it in the fence. Their voices implore you to save the accused's soul. Time for you to let it go and move on, you inexperienced lawyer. You lack the competence to accomplish anything meaningful here. Is he right? Is this too much for me to handle on my own? What is he doing, anybody? He should just quit right now. Now defense. Leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
Silence!
He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. Simon? And you fraud put us in the gallery. Can a man watch a trial in peace? This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around. That prosecutor really thinks he can turn things around? The mood in this courtroom is starting to change. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing at the defense's bench? I grew bored of watching from the gallery. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to the spring check and lose my favorite sober shop in the process, I would be quite cross. You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin. Truly, what a fool you are. To think you were so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. Whatever happened to qualified and capable, Athena? I just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again. Grind up your loins and steel yourself for battle. I'm not grinding up anything in this scut. But I am ready to get serious.
Shut it up!
It seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell. I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. But the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black, reverse panda, that is. You shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule. I felt like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life. What are you calling a panda? Sorry. I see that you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Guru, thank you for your service. You may step down now. Okie dokie. Bye-bye, balloon! Does everything have to be about balloons before? Now then. I have a witness prepared to testify about the cure cards. And who is this witness this time? The first to discover the body is someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Toneido. The time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on. Very well. Let's bring in this witness then.